How are you going to remove a front bumper cover from a Subaru WRX? I'll have to check the year on it. I'll put it on the screen. It's probably 2019, but it's going to be similar for a lot of these models. So if your car looks like this, most likely it's going to be the same. Sorry guys, just dropped my cord. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do, down along the bottom, search for all of these guys. You're going to pop these out of the bottom, pull them out. You either need a push pin removal tool, or this little screwdriver can stick in there. Pop those guys out. Be very careful, they can be brittle, they can break off. The one that's different is on the edge up by the fender, and that's, well, on this car anyway. Keep in mind, these pieces might have been replaced with something else, but I didn't know how to take these off at one time. So what you do is, this is going to be flush. You're going to push the inner circle in, and then that's going to release it. So you're going to push that in to release it, and then you can pry it out. Does that make sense? Hopefully, because that would be flush there, and then you just push it in and it clicks, and then you can pull it out. And then beyond that, you need a 10mm socket. Hopefully you have one. And there's going to be 6 bolts up here, along with a couple more push pins, retaining clips. And take out the 6 bolts. They should look like this. And then that frees up your retaining, I don't know what they call it, but has the weather strip on it. But that frees that up. You can get that out of the way. Put that in here so we don't lose it with the rest of the hardware. And then it's going to be clipped in here. You can see how it's held in there by these plastic clips. Sometimes they're broken, so just be very careful when you pry it out. Pry it straight out. These can be broken too, so just be very careful. And along the front, whee! These clips are going to be sitting in here, being held in by these plastic clips. So everything's plastic, so if it's not broken, be careful not to break it. But you're going to pull the side out, and then pull the front out, and then since I already took the top off, everything was free. And then all the busted stuff came out. It's a party. This car was in a collision, so that's why all this foam stuff that's supposed to take the impact instead of the frame had just fallen right out. Yeah, this was in an impact. So anyway, beyond that, if you have fog lights, you can do one of two things. Disconnect it here. This should be sitting somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to find out where it was supposed to be. But you're gonna push down on this, push down on this little guy right here, and that'll separate those two. So you can do that, or you can simply remove it from the back of your fog light by spinning it and pulling it out. There, so that guy, this side's completely loose. We'll go over here. This is kind of broken. So on this side, this isn't clipped into anything either. So again, you can spin this a little bit, pull it right out. Alright, so now the bumper's free, and you can do what you need to do with it. I'm gonna have to remove the grill, basically a bunch of Phillips screws here, and then little clips here that are gonna have to be pushed in. Just kind of push it in, release it, and push it out. Does that make sense? You'll know when you see it. It's pretty easy. but there's just a little thing that grabs here, so you got to push that up, and then that frees it up, and you can push it out the other way once you take these screws out. And then down here, fog light, you need to take these 10mm bolts off. That'll loosen that up. And then the plastic piece here is going to have retainers, and you just have to, well, that's already fallen out. So there you go. This is easy to take off. Just all those little clips need to be loosened from the back, and then it'll come out. So hopefully that helps you. Be careful, don't scratch anything that you don't need to paint. Don't break anything that you don't need to replace, and you'll be good to go. So there you go. Bumpers off. Have a great day, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stop.